The boss noticed a girl in the crowd who had queued 3 times to receive food. This immediately sparked a surge of anger in him. After all, they provided free breakfast to help those in need, not someone like this healthy, able-bodied girl who was just freeloading. Others couldn't stand it and started pointing fingers at her. The girl was startled by the commotion. She hurriedly explained to the boss that it wasn't intentional. Her 3 younger brothers hadn't eaten all day and were waiting in the hospital. The rain had been too heavy last night, so she couldn't collect bottles to get money for food. That's why she thought taking breakfast 3 times would give each brother 1 meal. However, the boss didn't believe her and thought she was making up a story to gain sympathy. He immediately told her to call her parents to reprimand her, but what she said next made the boss feel deeply ashamed. Her parents had died in a car accident, and she was left to care for her 3 younger brothers. She showed him the car accident certificate and her brother's hospital records. Seeing the proof, the boss realized he had misunderstood the girl, and he felt utterly embarrassed. Ashamed, he immediately instructed the kitchen to prepare 10 more breakfasts for her to take. Other kind-hearted people also reached out to help her. The girl was deeply touched by their sincere gazes. She knelt down and thanked everyone for their concern, promising to repay their kindness in the future. Back at the hospital, the girl used the money from kind people to buy 3 big chicken legs. She immediately gave them to her brothers, though she longed for them having never eaten meat. She told her brothers she had already eaten. After they finished, she took the bones to the hallway to gnaw on them, but her brothers weren't fooled. Seeing their sister's selflessness, they were deeply moved. They swore they would repay her kindness when they grew up. Then a doctor suddenly appeared with good news for the girl. When her brothers entered the ward, she learned that a kind couple had decided to adopt them, but because of her age, they didn't plan to adopt her. The girl knew her brothers needed treatment for congenital heart disease, and she could never afford the surgery on her own. Perhaps letting them live with the couple would give them a chance at survival. With this in mind, she pretended to take them out for a trip and tricked them into the couple's car, then cruelly chose to part with her brothers. They were heartbroken, thinking their sister no longer wanted them. The girl was also in pain, hearing their heartbreaking cries. She ran after them, wanting to see them one last time, but was hit by a car that couldn't stop. Though she was rushed to the hospital, the head injury caused her to lose all memories of her childhood. 18 years later, the girl's 3 brothers inherited their adoptive parents' assets and became billionaires. They had been searching for their sister for years but never found any trace of her. The second brother's heart condition worsened from missing their sister. One day, a doctor excitedly told them he had found a heart donor for him, but there was a condition. They had to invest $10 billion in a company on the verge of bankruptcy. The third brother immediately agreed, saying he would do anything to save his second brother's life. What they didn't know was that the heart donor was their long-lost sister. She had decided to donate her heart to help her boyfriend's company survive, exchanging it for the $10 billion investment. Though she had to live with an artificial heart, she felt it was worth it to help her boyfriend. After the surgery, the second brother discovered the heart fit perfectly, as though it had always belonged to him. But then the doctor brought shocking news. The donor's blood type matched his perfectly. The brothers were stunned. They rushed to ask the doctor who the donor was. When they heard the familiar name, they were filled with excitement. It was their sister's name. They immediately realized the donor was her. Meanwhile, the girl was unaware of all this. After leaving the hospital, she went to her boyfriend's celebration party. Thanks to her brother's investment, her boyfriend's company had survived the crisis. He was deeply moved. He planned to publicly announce who should be thanked at the party. The girl naively thought he meant her, but when she was about to go on stage, she was shocked to find that he was thanking the scheming woman instead. It turned out that her boyfriend had blindly believed the scheming woman, thinking she had been behind the $10 billion investment. When the boyfriend kneeled and proposed to the woman, the girl was furious. She rushed forward, interrupting them, demanding to know why he had betrayed her and fallen for someone else. Without waiting for her to finish, he slapped her, asking where she got the courage to show up. He thought she had abandoned him during her month-long disappearance, and now, after the company was saved, she was back asking to be married. He thought she was a gold digger. Furious, he immediately severed ties with her, demanding she return everything he had bought for her and humiliating her. To prevent the girl from threatening her position in the future, the scheming woman grabbed a bottle, intending to silence her, but the bottle suddenly shattered. Soon, the scheming woman would face the cruel revenge of the girl's 3 brothers.